guys, what's going on? I said I'd do another update video on the shooter buck. As you can see, he has taken a beating. First things first, you hit these bottom plastic legs, you destroy them. I did make some different mounts because I got tired of putting stakes in and out of the ground, so let's see if I can get this out. There we go. This is what I created. I had some angle iron, drilled a hole in the top. It's about, I think, 2 foot wide, and just welded it in the center. Let me put this back in here. I am in my basement today. It's extremely windy outside, and I said I'd get a video out to you by Monday morning. So, here's my insert. As you can see, I hope, I had to use some expanding foam insulation. This thing was tore up. We use mainly fixed blade broadheads on it, so it was getting tore up. I don't know if you can quite see this. I'm trying to get the camera a little bit closer. Give me 1 second. Alright, so I got a light real quick. Let me show you. I don't know if you can see all those cut marks inside there and all the gouges. Those are from fixed blade broadheads. Set this back up. Adjust it. There we go. So yeah, it took a beating. I did not want to go buy a core that quick. The core was pretty well shot up. And the way I did that was just wrap saran wrap around it, put little holes here and there, and just hit it with as much expanding foam as it would hold. I did put it inside the body when I did that, so it would fit. It wouldn't expand too much. Then I also did some of the body because broadheads are nicking it and so on and so forth. The leg situation, though, is not top notch in my opinion. They slide in. They don't have. It's just that foam locking on some plastic. So I put some screws on the back one. I think I put one here on the front. I think you guys remember from the first video if you watched it. Make sure you go check it out first. The ear was busted off. So this has been about 6, 7, 8 months. So overall, I'm not displeased with it. It has served its purpose, but I won't say I'm pleased, and I don't know if I'd buy it again. Just for the sheer flimsiness of it. But I'll shoot it with a couple fixed blades since I am in my basement. I do not want to punch through. That is one thing I have not had is any full penetration, unless you have a spot that you already cut out with a fixed blade, or a couple fixed blades hit right here and you punch through, it'd go straight through. Have not shot it yet since I fixed this. I did paint it just so it didn't stand out bright yellow, but let's see what happens. Alright guys, so we are shooting at a total of 5 yards from about here right there, so we'll see what happens. Excuse me, I keep looking at my phone making sure I'm centered, but I am going to be shooting my compound that I do for hunting, same arrows, just with a fixed or a field tip. Here we go. That one was high, real high. I didn't even hit the insert, so we'll see how it goes now. A little bit lower. Try not to blast my backstop there. So let's check it out. Alright guys, so that was my first shot, my second shot, third and fourth shot. The body is not as hard as the core, and none of them made it to my barn door backstop, but here's your penetration. First shot, second shot, third, fourth. So I guess that expanding foam does work pretty good for a backstop. I'm going to shoot some more here just to try some more. Would I buy this target a second time for at home and shooting often? Probably not. Would I buy this target for, say, to keep at a camp, for like when people are up there to shoot at? Yeah, I would. As long as it's brought indoors, I think it'll hold up good. Like I said, we put a lot of fixed blade broadheads through this thing. Tore it up pretty good. But to shoot at a lot, I would not do it again. But we're going to shoot some more. So guys, none of them passed through the deepest through it, made it through the core. Here, I got a tape measure. Measure how far that guy's in. 15 inches to the end of knock. So let's pull this guy out. 15 inches from tip. So it made it through 15 inches. My total arrow length on these guys are 30 inches from tip to end of knock. I know that's not how you normally measure an arrow, but there we go. So another thing with this, you might notice it is wobbly. That is because of how I did the legs. If you drive the stakes into the ground, it will, let me adjust this. There we go. It will drive, if you drive the stakes into the ground, you can use this other foot piece on the back. If you can see this, hang on. See this sticking off here? That goes up in and it only goes to about here, and it's a tight fit. This is the storage portion, and it's a hollow leg, so that's why it rattles around. But because of me welding that, I figured I'd rather have a little bit of wobble and a base like this, that way I don't have to keep driving stakes in, and I did not feel like buying the stand, shooter buck stand that you can buy. But as you can see, also, sorry about that, you can see all the holes from the arrows here. It is not a self-healing, it does leave holes, if you couldn't tell that from these. But will I keep shooting this? Absolutely. Will I shoot fixed blades into it as much? No. Will I use it for testing? Still, yeah. Overall, like I said, would I buy this again? Probably not. Am I disappointed in it? Not really. But for probably about 50 bucks more, I believe. I don't know the going rate right now, but for I think 150 I can get a I believe it's a Glendale. Better yet, let me look. But it works. It serves a purpose. I did take this up to a little private section of woods that I have access to and shot behind the house there. and from the tree stand, just to get some more realistic shooting. And because I do not belong to a club, I'm looking at that this year. But if you guys have any questions for it, drop a comment down below. I'll do my best to answer it. Let's see this. I'll pop this out again so you guys can see. On the back side, you don't have much damage from shooting it now, as you do as the front. But it's still, you can get replaceable cores for these, I think, for like $30. But, and you can also see here, all the lines here, where we were shooting fixed blades into them. So I just pulled it up. Bass Pro, the shooter buck is just around $100. The Glendale, I'll say it's the Glendale buck is $169. So I'd probably go with the Glendale next time for consistent shooting. But like I said, for like up at a camp that hardly ever sees shooting, this isn't a bad option as long as it's kept indoors and doesn't dry out. But you guys have a good one. Stay safe, shoot straight. God bless.